Hi everybody. So today I'm in a different spot. This is actually where I keep my makeup when I'm not like using it day to day. It's kind of my makeup storage in my office. I already decluttered this stuff over here, but today we're going to do this, which as you can see is completely out of control. And this is all my single eyeshadows. So that's what we're doing today. So just quickly, these here are eyeshadows that I keep mainly with all my other makeup, and so I don't think I'm getting rid of any of these, but we'll just go through them really fast. This is the MAC Dynamically Charged Spellbinder Shadow. This is the one that has like the magnets, or the magnetic. Can you see that? I don't use this very often, but it is really cool, and it's fairly new to me, so definitely keeping that. I never use this MAC pigment, but I hate to be that person. I should say this. This might be hard to do. I think this and blushes are gonna be really hard for me, but I hate to be that person being like, I never use it but I'm gonna keep it anyway. But honestly, this in particular, I don't know, I just feel like I need to use this more, and I just don't, because it's this pigment and it's messy. And see, I can't even get any out to show you. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. We're just gonna keep it. We're getting off to a bad start, but that's okay. Two of the Kat Von D Metal Crush. I'm not letting any of these go. Dose and Raw Power. Same with the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill. These are my favorites for the year. There's no way I'm getting rid of it. Amber Rush from L'Oreal, not going anywhere. Stud from NARS, not going anywhere. It's gorgeous. This I haven't used yet, but I don't want to get rid of it. I only just got it, so it's not like it's been years and I haven't used it. Just got it, but haven't used it yet. That's the Sarah Moon and NARS Holiday Collection, Indies Galantes. This one, okay, let's keep that to a side. The Balm Overshadow in No Money, No Honey. This is such a beautiful highlight shade. Like, even on your cheeks, it's gorgeous. It's so nice. This is a loose pigment too, but it has a sifter. It's a little bit easier to use in terms of packaging. Maybe I just need to use different packaging on that MAC one. I don't know. Anyway, this one, okay, just get ready, you guys. Get ready. Yeah. Now, this one I have never used. And this one I bought, not VIB sale 2016, VIB sale 2015, and I have never used it. I bought this because of Samantha Ravindell. Like, look at that. I feel like I should keep that, but like, I'm not gonna use it, right? I haven't used it yet. I'm probably not gonna use it. Yeah, I'm not gonna use it. I have to be honest with myself. And I do, if I wanted to, use like an orange. I have it in my Modern Renaissance palette. I have it in my, what's the new one? The Queen of Hearts palette. Yeah, okay. Oh, that sucks. But I kind of knew that one was gonna happen because I've never used it. Okay, so that was, whoa, that was loud. That was my everyday kind of eyeshadow drawer. And then this is just like, I kind of take stuff out of here and put it where I do my makeup and then switch it out a lot. So there's tons of stuff in here I love and tons I hate. I know for sure I'm getting rid of that. The Essence 3D eyeshadow, anything Essence, I did a whole video on everything I own from Essence. This 3D eyeshadow is not good. That's going to go. These Metal Glam ones are terrible. Although one of you told me that the blue one is really good, but the two I have are awful. I can't find the other one right now. Oh, here it is. These have, when I say no pigmentation, I mean it. They literally have no pigmentation. So these two are gonna go. But however, all of my other eyeshadows from Essence, like the single ones, are incredible. So these new velvets are really, really good. This one is Mr. Mocha Bean, and this one is Taupe Secret. These blend so nice. They're pigmented. They're really nice. Wait. I gotta be careful where I'm putting stuff. You know what? I'm gonna take these up. Take this out now. Okay, for now I'm just gonna put the stuff I'm keeping on this side just so I can keep it separate. Okay, so yeah, Snowflake is amazing. Rosy Flamingo is amazing. Where's the other one? Here. The Grammy Goes Glammy is probably the best one. If you're gonna get any of them, I would get that one. This one, I like it a lot, but I don't use it because I use all three of those way more. This one is called Apricot. Like, seriously, look at that. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. Like, honestly. but I think I'm going to give this one away just because I used these 3 a ton, and this one is similar to Rosy Flamingo. Like, it's not exact, but it's similar. Here, I'll swatch that one. You can see, like, they're very similar. So since I'm keeping that, I will get rid of this. Even though that's kind of sad, but it's so beautiful, but I don't need it and I don't use it. So that's the only reason why. I know for sure I'm getting rid of this. I don't like it. This is a three-pack ethereal from Stila. They get so messy. I've literally used that once. This I'll keep. That's the Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Eyeshadow in Rio de Rose Gold. You literally have to shake this like for a solid probably 2 full minutes, and that's not an exaggeration, until it mixes properly. But once it does, it's beautiful and it goes on the eye and it'll stay all day. Why am I doing that right now when I'm not even going to use it right now? This I've never used and it dried out completely. I went to use it like a couple weeks ago and it's dry. This is from Mica Beauty. This came in some box or subscription box. Cream eyeshadow in bronze. It's all completely dried out and it's completely separated from the edges. So that's just going to go in the garbage. By the way, in case you're wondering, anything I'm giving away, like anything I'm getting rid of, is going to go to friends and family. I might sell stuff eventually once I've done my full declutter, but I'm not going to do a giveaway with used makeup. I do giveaways with new makeup, so just so you guys know. Okay, this, another KVD metallic in Static Age. I don't use this very often because I just don't wear silver eyeshadow, but if you ever need a silver eyeshadow, you can't go wrong, so I'm going to keep that for sure. I'm not comfortable on the floor here. I got this LA Colors white shadow just because I wanted a white shadow. I don't know why. I've never used that, so that's going to go. This I just need to depot it because I never use it because it's in a single. This is a Mega from MAC, so I should really do that. I've never depotted anything in my life. This I'm going to get rid of. This is Medusa's makeup. This is called Safari. It's really pretty, but I don't know. I have too much like this. It has a little fallout, not too bad. It is beautiful, but I just don't use it. So I'll give that away to somebody who'll like it. Oh, this one's tough, you guys. This is from DreaCN. This is in the shade Heaven. It's pretty, but I just don't like the way it applies on the lid. It's not my favorite. Like, it's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that beautiful gold. But with a brush, it just doesn't go on right. So like a swatch is gorgeous, but yeah, now I'm like, well, should I try it again? But okay, I'm gonna try it one more time. That one's tough. This is beautiful. If you're looking for a gorgeous drugstore eyeshadow, this one in particular from Rimmel, it's called VIP Pass, and it's super pigmented. It blends really nicely on the eye. It's a gorgeous one shadow look. Like, look at that beautiful brown. It has a little bit of shimmer in it. Love that one. Okay, it's time. I've talked these to death. I've tried them so many times in so many ways. I absolutely hate these eyeshadows. I am so, like, I put them in regrets videos. That's how much I dislike them. So these are the Dual Intensity from NARS in Callisto and Himalaya. It sucks. They're magnetic too. They stick together because they're so expensive, but I can never get those to look the way they look in a swatch on my eyes. Okay, this is a glitter that I haven't had a chance to use yet. Modern Love from Lit Cosmetics. Yeah. So can you keep that? This I'm going to get rid of. I don't know if it's just this one shade because this is the only one in this that I have. The Milani, what are they called? Bella Eyes Gel Powder Eyeshadow. This is Bella Champagne, and like, it just, in a heavy swatch, you can barely see it on my hand, and so putting it on with an eyeshadow brush, it just doesn't go on. Now, I've heard people say they love those, so, you know, it's probably just me, but this is beautiful. This is Lounge from Urban Decay. I don't use this very often, and I'm sure you can tell why. Like, this is not an everyday eyeshadow, but see that shift in it? Beautiful. So that stays. 2 more Kat Von D. I'm not getting rid of any of these. This is Thunderstruck and this is Synergy. Those have to stay. these two from American Idol. So E-I-E, like seriously, get it together. E-Y-E doll. These are really pretty. I used this in a tutorial once. I'm gonna keep that, but this one, in one of my other declutters, I had this one here, and it was just accidentally in there, so I kept it. And so let me just compare it to these two, or to this one, not these two. Let me compare these two. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. These are so good. These are $1 a piece from Shop Miss A. Holy cow, you guys, these are so good, these eyeshadows. I should swatch this one just so you can see too. Like, they're all this good. They're all like, really, for $1? Yeah, that light orange one, like, I'm not really gonna use it, but this one's so pretty, so I'm gonna keep this one and gonna get rid of this one. This is gonna go. This is the Pure Eye Polish. This started out being really pretty, but see this netting? I never understand products that have this because you can't ever pick up enough. It's so hard, like, to actually get on your eyes. I can't with that one. These NYX and these L'Oreal, I feel like I need to kind of separate those before I talk about them. That's Steal a Kitten, that's gonna stay. Okay, you know what? Here is the DreaCN eyeshadow in Rose Gold. Now this one, if you remember at Holiday, I did a video on this set that came with like 3 eyeliners and this, and each time, like, I ordered it once, this came broken. I reordered it, returned the other one, it came broken again. Basically, they had a whole shipment that broke, so everybody that ordered this got a broken eyeshadow. Now what Sephora said was keep it, because I had reordered it. Oh my god, look at that. I need to pull this out and use it because it's so gorgeous. This one thankfully wasn't as smashed as the other one, so you could tell, like, I'm able to use it still. So you know what, now that I remember that, I'm gonna get rid of this one because this is so, oh, let me just swatch them next to each other so you can see the difference. Like, they're both beautiful, but that rose gold one is just something else. Okay, we're gonna keep that. Okay, everything else in here I think is probably gonna go. This is from Sally. I never use this. It's some baked eyeshadow. It does not have very good pigment. Like, look at that. That's gonna go. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep this one. I just bought this recently from Urban Decay. It's called Flash. It's not my favorite purple in the world, but I'll still use it. I still like it. This is gonna go. I'm not a fan of these. They're from Kiko. They must have been in some system of some kind. I mean, that's pretty. Like, look at that gold, but it's not the best gold that I think I own. And when it goes on the eyes, it's kind of not as intense anyway. This is called Infinity High Pigmented Eyeshadow, number 256. Anyway, that's gonna go. This is a little, like, 100-point perk from Buxom. It's a really pretty color, but because it's so tiny and in this drawer, I never think to pull it out. It's okay. I mean, and I have lots that looks like that anyway. So that's in the shade Mink Magnet. In fact, I might even own that in one of the Buxom palettes I have. I got this Black Friday 2015. That's how old this is. And that's not old, but it's old considering I've never used it once. So yeah, so this is from Bare Minerals. It's called the Phenomenon, Azure Isis and Golden Iris. So this one here is not very pigmented at all, and then this one is nice, but I mean, it's not like anything I can't duplicate somewhere else. So this is gonna go. I never use this. Sephora Colorful in Hidden Treasure. Let me see. That's kind of pretty, but I'm pretty sure I have greens like that anyway. But somebody else will probably like to receive that. So let's talk about those L'Oreal ones later. Oh yeah, this one came in a box too. Again, another pretty eyeshadow, but something I have a lot of. Lots in that shade. It's nice and pigmented. Nomad Marrakesh. So somebody can have that one. Oh, I'm gonna talk about those all at once too. Okay, this also I got in some box. Do you know that I've seen these places, and these singles cost like $23, which to me is insane considering that this is like one of the most unpigmented eyeshadows. It's just a very, very, very light pink. So unless you're like very fair, it probably won't work. But it's called Praying for Pink eyeshadow from Saint Cosmetics. The packaging is really nice, but I've never used it once and I don't plan to. And then these two color tattoos, I am not a fan of color tattoo. Like I don't know why, I've just never got into it. This one I'm gonna get rid of for sure. I think I'm gonna keep this one though, because I have used this as a pink base underneath other pinks to kind of intensify them, and it's okay. You can tell it's getting a little bit old. I wouldn't want to pass it on to somebody anyway, because it's like, it's not the greatest. It's not at its freshest, basically. So I'll keep that and I'll just use it until it dries out. I'm going to sort these now in a couple. I'm going to sort them by brand. I think that might be easier than what I was just doing. Okay, here's the one-offs, and then this is sorted by brand. This is a pigment from LA Colors. I've never used this once, so I'm just gonna let it go. Here's another one of those Kiko ones. This is, again, so unpigmented. Oh, it's broken a little bit. It's a little bit broken. I don't even know how that happened because I never use it. I mean, it's okay, but it's just a basic eyeshadow. I'm sure I have in a million palettes, so still usable enough to pass on to somebody though. Here's Wet n Wild Nutty, I think this one is, and I like that one, so I'll keep that. And then this is from Pure Cosmetics. This has it's a trio Bohemian Bombshell. I don't like this at all, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. Okay, let's start out with ColourPop. I am not a ColourPop person. I know tons of people love it. I can't get into it. I hate the formula. I find them so difficult to work with. Do you see how there's pan on this? This is not from me actually hitting pan. It's just from like trying to figure out how to use this and just swatching it, and that's eventually what happened. I think maybe I've used that once. And maybe it's me. I'm sure there's a good possibility that I'm just the idiot who doesn't know how to use these properly, but I never do use them, so I'm just gonna give them away. Okay, these I really like a lot. These are the e.l.f. smudge pots. So this is Gotta Glow, Back to Basics, and Cruise and Chic. These two are my favorite. Cruise and Chic is a beautiful taupe. This one is gold. It's a gold shade, if I remember right. Oh, they're still so creamy, and I've had them for a long time. But this one I just don't use. It's just not a color I use. So I'm going to give this away to somebody. But if you're wondering, the formula on these is amazing. These two from Maybelline, I've never used these. Like, honestly. Seashell and Champagne Fizz. And I think I've never used them because they're not pigmented and they're dry. They feel very dry to the touch. Yeah. So, I mean, that one's not terrible, but I have stuff just like it that's way more pigmented and shiny than that. So these can go too. These Palladio crushed eyeshadows, honestly, I mean, they're okay. But because I think I have other things in my collection that I like better, I just never use them. So, yeah, they are soft. Like, they look beautiful there, you know, but putting them on the lid, I struggle with which brush to use, and I'm not a huge fan of trying to blend with my fingers. So even though they look really pretty in swatches, they're not quite that good on the eye, but they're still decent. Like, I wouldn't say they're awful or anything, but I'm gonna give those away. And very similarly, these shimmer shadows from City Color, I have 4 of them, and swatching them are beautiful, but trying to get them on your lid is just not the same. They're not as easy to work with as the Kat Von D Metal Crush, and I mean, these are basically, that's what they're trying to be, and so were the Palladio ones. But like, they're really beautiful in swatches, and I've tried many a time to get them to work. Like, you can see in swatches they're beautiful, but I never use them. So I'll give these away too. You can tell, you guys, like, I'm the kind of person who, I love getting rid of things. You know, I'm not a hoarder in any way. I love not having to think about this stuff in my brain anymore. So I don't really have a problem getting rid of stuff. This is really pretty. This is from City Color. This is some kind of cream shadow. What is it? Mousse eyeshadow. This is called White Pearl, and it's kind of messy to work with, but it's like really pretty glitter. I don't know. It works really well on the eye. I used this in a Christmas tutorial like 2 years ago or something. And then this is like kind of a bronzy version of that. I don't use this one very much because I have so many colors like this in just, you know, regular eyeshadow that's a little bit easier to work with. So I think I'm going to get rid of this one, but I'm going to keep this because I don't really have anything like it. But I mean, they do set like this. Actually, that sets so fast now that I'm looking. I'm like pushing on that and it's not moving. So obviously it's, you know, it's got staying power. Okay, so these are the L'Oreal Infallible. These two are the L'Oreal Infallible. This is some weird dupe. I don't even know where it came from. Well, it's trying to be a dupe. Eternal Color, and it has FC, Silky Intense Eyeshadow. Emerald is the shade. I honestly don't know what company this is. Femme Couture International? That must be it because it says FC. Anyway, this one, it's not pigmented at all. Like it doesn't show up very well. So this is gonna go for sure. But these ones I do like. Amber Rush was in that original set of shadows. And then this one here is Purple Obsession and Tender Caramel. And I keep saying I want to get more of these and I still do. So I'm gonna keep those. Now these NYX shadows I never ever use. Again, I think because they're in singles in this drawer. And basically, you know, these are like matte shades. Yeah, these ones are all matte shades. And then this one is a really pretty, I'll swatch this one because it's really pretty. Like really pretty kind of orangey bronze. This is in Showgirl. But I never use them and I have stuff like this. So I don't really even need to keep that one. So I'm just going to let them all go. And then these, I bought so many of these and I originally liked them, but the more I used them, the more I didn't like them. And I think I got caught up in the hype because Tati really liked them. And this one in particular is nice, but it really, you can only put it on like with your finger. These don't work with brushes at all. And that's just not my thing. And I think I've realized that more over time. These are the Color Riche. This is Pain au Chocolat. This one is Teal Couture. Oh, this one isn't even that pigmented. What's going on? Or am I swatching it over something else that I can't see? No, it's not that pigmented actually. Yeah, these are okay. This one, Quartz Flame. Yeah, this one I remember being really nice. Actually, maybe not. It's okay. I'm gonna let go of all of these. I don't need them. I have enough in my collection that's like all this stuff that I don't need these. So the whole reason I like doing this is because now I feel like a weight lifted off me, where having to look at this stuff, you know, all the time, being overflowing, it makes me feel like I can't use anything because there's just so much there. And now that, you know, there's obviously like way less and I can kind of sort this better. And then of course I still have these too. Like that's way more manageable and I just feel like I'm going to use what I love so much more now that there's so much less. So that makes me feel good. Okay, so this is what I'm keeping in this little drawer here. And then this is everything that I'm getting rid of. So I think that's like at least 50%. So I'm very happy with that. So I've said so like 5 times in one sentence right now. I have a whole playlist of makeup declutters on my channel, so I will link that below. So don't forget to check that out. Subscribe. I still have way more decluttering to do, believe it or not. I have a whole list of sections of my collection I need to do. So yeah, subscribe for those because those will be coming soon. And I hope you're having a great day. Bye guys.